It started on April 6, 1994, when a plane carrying Rwanda's Hutu president Juvenal Habyarimana and his Burundian counterpart was shut down. Mary Berry is an international studies professor at the University of Denver in Colorado.
There was a lot of confusion and, of course, a scramble for power within his administration. And over the next several months, the targets expanded, and Tutsi civilians in Rwanda became seen as the enemy. And the level of brutality, of course, was tremendous. Just over 3 months, perhaps 800,000 Rwandans were killed, and the vast majority of those killed were Tutsi.
Following the genocide, the Rwandan Patriotic Front's Paul Kagame became the nation's de facto leader, first as vice president to Pasteur Bizimungu and later president of the country. Fast forward 25 years later, people are still grappling with what happened. Nadine Yitegeka was only 3 when the genocide unfolded. She's a recent graduate from Rwanda's Akila Institute for Women.
We have a generation now of people whose parents are in prison, a generation that is not like me. They don't even have any parents left. So trauma and healing, it's a process. We are at a good stage now.
One sign of that, the large number of women who became members of parliament.
We used to be a very patriarchal society, and seeing these women break these rules is inspiring. As a young woman, it's possible to do even beyond what they've done, because for me, there are challenges they faced that I won't have to.
Ironically, Rwanda's genocide opened the doors for women because most of the casualties were men. With a survival rate of 70%, women entered fields once closed to them. Women lawmakers who make up more than 60% of the seats have made a difference in crafting policy, according to Berry.
Perhaps the most notable one was a bill related to gender-based violence. And Rwanda's, because of female legislators' leadership on this issue, Rwanda became one of the countries in the world that really put forth progressive and innovative laws and also institutions related to countering and preventing gender-based violence.
But Berry, who wrote a book about women and violence in Rwanda and Bosnia-Herzegovina, says Rwandan women still have a long way to go.
There hasn't been a transformation of patriarchal power relations within the home or within marriage, and there has not been a fundamental, real transformation of how political power is wielded, because the political power in Rwanda is directly rooted and kind of held by the executive.
Berry says while the Rwandan government has benefited globally from its empowerment of women in parliament, she worries about the crackdown on political dissent with the recent jailing of female opposition leaders Victoire Ingabire and Diane Rwigara. Mariama Diallo, VOA News, Washington.